fairness of tax involved here as well. And one of the council members was actually honest enough to say it up in council, and that was Councilman Livingston. He said, you know, we've been talking about this for 8 years. He said, it's not fair. I'm not for it. He says, it's not right. You know, if you look at 1,700 businesses, I think Mike O'Kane made a great point. You know, 1,700 businesses on average, that's $558 a piece, which you don't think is too bad. If you do a millage increase, it comes out to about $11 per household. I mean, you're kind of coming to the business and saying, you guys need to pay this and bear the burden of this, and leave it at that. And y'all, I want to make sure that you understand one thing about this as well. The other aspect that we have here is that the budget in Orangeburg County can be fixed. We can come up with the millage by cutting the budget. This ordinance is not necessary to begin with. So for us to get into the dogma of arguing all the different points of why we dislike this business license, obviously the genesis of this was the budget shortfall, quote unquote, that Orangeburg County says they have in the budget. Well, you've got a $35 million budget, folks. We got any CPAs in the room? Can you find me 3% in the budget, guys? Guys? I think we've got some smart people in this room that can find us 3% in Orangeburg County budget. That's what we're proposing moving forward.
This thing here, I farm. You probably still say $5 million a year. I got a grain company. I sell to my own grain company. $5 to the board on the same. I'm going to pay tax on that $5 million. I'm going to turn around and pay another tax, business license on another $5 million. I'm getting double tax with this thing. They said no.
Well, and really what this does is it levies the tax pretty much unfairly on the businesses in Orangeburg County. There's going to be some of you guys that are going to get just plain burnt down from this, and others that are just going to be not so bad. But
as far as I'm concerned, I'll be 65 shortly. My wife and I, we got about 24 employees. Say, hell with this. Y'all take it, put them on food stamps, put them on.
Exactly.
More than willing to, entertain both sides. If there's a lot of constituency in Orangeburg County that believes they support this ordinance, they need to come out and say so. And if they oppose it, they need to do so as well. But we really like Orangeburg County Council to hear our voices and realize that this is not pro-business, this is not pro-growth in Orangeburg County. There's some other options here, and we can work together with council, and we can solve the problem that we have without passing an ordinance that's going to increase regulation and cost to the taxpayers and unduly burden business in Orangeburg County, and possibly prevent more relocation of business to Orangeburg County. We're looking to grow Orangeburg. We want to be a positive pro-growth county. This doesn't do any of that, that's for sure. It seems like when you're one voice in the wilderness, it takes a community to get involved and demonstrate to council that there's more than one person that objects to this. And obviously you can see from this room tonight on a 4th of July weekend or week that there's a lot of people that couldn't even be here today that want to be here. So we're here not only for ourselves, but for them as well, to let council know that there's a lot of business in Orangeburg County represented democracy. So at this point, why not bring it before the taxpayers and say, look, if we need this revenue, let the taxpayers have a say. Well, this doesn't offer that. And to the contrary, this actually is a backhand to the taxpayers, and as I mentioned, that they're actually collecting this tax and counting on this tax before they even pass the ordinance. So not only is it, we're not being given a voice at this point, but this is a foregone conclusion. And I, as a taxpayer, it's offensive. It's offensive to come to me and say, not only are you not going to get a voice in this, but we're going to make this decision for you. It's pretty sad. It's a sad day in Orangeburg County when we can't bring this kind of ordinance before the taxpayers and give them a say. And I think, the sad thing is, to add to that, is that the taxpayers stepped up for the penny sales tax, didn't they? We got it passed. And look at Orangeburg County as we move forward. That's what happens when you create alliances and when you create partnerships. This is more of an imperialistic approach to this that does not work, and it upsets everyone. Why not go to the taxpayers and create a partnership instead of this?